What if I told you that the American Declaration of Independence was written by a woman? Imagine your name being erased from the most important document in history, while your husband reaped all the glory. March 31, 1776. Abigail Adams lit her last candle with trembling hands. Not because of the Massachusetts cold, but because of the anger burning inside her after reading a letter from John, her husband, who was meeting with the Founding Fathers in Philadelphia. "Remember the women," she wrote in ink that almost pierced the paper. "Do not give unlimited power to husbands." But the world would never know, because those revolutionary words, ideas flowing from the mind of an uneducated woman, would be stolen, blamed, forgotten. This is not a story about the woman behind the great man. This is the greatest intellectual theft in American history. Abigail Smith was born into a world that told her she should not think. 1744, Massachusetts. No schools, no right to vote or even have an opinion. But Abigail had something dangerous, a voracious curiosity. She snuck into her father's library, read Shakespeare at night, devoured philosophy books that were supposedly too heavy for a woman's mind. John Locke, Montesquieu, social contract theory. When she married John Adams in 1764, people thought she would just be an obedient wife. They were dead wrong. While John was away for years building the nation, Abigail managed the farm, raised 4 children, faced a smallpox epidemic, survived the British invasion. Alone. But what made her extraordinary were her letters. More than 1,100 letters between Abigail and John still exist. And if you read them, really read them, you'll see something incredible. Many of the ideas in the Declaration of Independence first appeared from Abigail's pen. All men are created equal? Abigail wrote that first, but added, all men and women. The right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Abigail debated this concept months before Jefferson wrote the first word. Government requires the consent of the governed? Almost word for word from Abigail's 1775 letter. But when the document was signed on July 4, 1776, there was no mention of Abigail. No acknowledgement. John read his wife's letters in front of Benjamin Franklin, in front of Thomas Jefferson. The ideas circulated like currency, debated, then claimed as their own. The most heartbreaking thing wasn't the theft of ideas. It was the betrayal. When Abigail sent her famous letter, urging John to remember the women, John laughed. He read it as a joke. "We know better than to relinquish our masculine power," he wrote mockingly. Imagine, the woman who gave you the idea, who supported your family while you built a nation, whose mind was as sharp, or sharper, than any man in the room. And you treat her like a cute little child. Abigail didn't stop. She kept writing about women's rights, the abolition of slavery, universal education. Ideas 150 years ahead of their time. But every time she was ignored, patronized, told to focus on household matters. In 1797, John became the second president of the United States. People called Abigail Mrs. President because of her obvious influence. But when historians wrote books, her name became a footnote, the supportive wife. Abigail died in 1818. She was buried with the title Wife of John Adams. Not philosopher, not political thinker, just wife. Here's the twist. In 2015, a historian at Harvard discovered something in the Adams family's private archives. A draft. An early draft of the Declaration of Independence, written by hand. Not Jefferson's writing. Not John Adams' writing. It was Abigail's handwriting. With corrections, additions, marginal notes in Latin and Greek that only she and John understood. John never acknowledged it, but it was there, physical evidence that the woman the world forgot actually helped write the words that define freedom. And when modern historians tried to publish this discovery, the Adams family filed a lawsuit. The document was sealed. Privacy reasons. But we all know the real reason. Because if the world knew a woman wrote the Declaration of Independence, or even part of it, the entire narrative of American history would collapse. So the next time you see the Declaration of Independence with the grand signatures of great men, remember, there is invisible handwriting there. Stolen ideas. Erased names. How many more Abigail Adams are out there? How many brilliant women whose ideas were claimed by other men? Because they didn't allow women to hold pens.